Stop scrolling. Because what I'm about to tell you could save years of your life. Imagine waking up 10 years from today, only to realize you spent the best years of your life chasing things that never truly mattered. The frightening part? Most people won't realize they've been trapped until it's already too late. People think success is about working harder. It isn't. The biggest difference between fulfilled people and exhausted people isn't intelligence. It isn't money. It isn't luck. It's something almost nobody notices. The direction of their attention. Every single day your attention is being stolen. Your phone wants it. Social media wants it. Advertisements want it. Even people around you compete for it. Little by little, your life begins to belong to everyone except yourself. Here's something strange. Nobody wakes up planning to waste their life. Yet millions do exactly that. Not because they're lazy, but because distraction feels productive. Being busy feels important. Even when nothing meaningful gets done. Think about this. If someone locked you inside a prison, you'd immediately try escaping. But what if the prison had no walls? What if it existed only inside your daily habits? Would you even realize you were trapped? Habits don't look dangerous. That's why they're so powerful. One extra hour scrolling. One unnecessary purchase. One day of procrastination. None of them seem important. Until they repeat hundreds of times. Success rarely disappears overnight. It disappears millimeter by millimeter. One ignored opportunity. One broken promise to yourself. One excuse repeated again and again. Tiny choices quietly become your future. Your brain loves comfort. Not because comfort makes you happy. Because comfort keeps you predictable. And predictable feels safe. But safety often becomes the biggest obstacle to growth. Imagine planting two seeds. One grows every single day. The other never leaves the soil. Both started exactly the same. Only one decided to face the sunlight. Growth always requires discomfort. Your attention is the most valuable currency you own. Not your money. Not your talent. Where attention goes, your life follows. Think about a magnifying glass. Sunlight alone feels harmless. But focused sunlight can start a fire. Human attention works exactly the same way. Scattered attention warms nothing. Focused attention changes everything. Most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they keep changing direction. Every distraction forces your brain to start over. Momentum disappears. Progress slows. Confidence fades. Imagine driving across the country. Every 5 minutes, you change roads. Would you ever reach your destination? Life works exactly the same way. Consistency beats intensity. Here's today's challenge. For just 1 hour, protect your attention like it's the most expensive thing you own. No unnecessary notifications. No random scrolling. No pointless distractions. Watch how different your mind feels, because the life you want doesn't begin with working harder. It begins the moment you decide who deserves your attention and who doesn't. In the next chapter, you'll discover the silent habit that's secretly controlling almost every decision you make without you even realizing it. Have you ever noticed how your mind creates problems that don't even exist? You replay conversations that already ended. You fear situations that haven't happened. And somehow, your body reacts as if the danger is real. The greatest prison isn't outside you. It's inside your own thoughts. Your brain has one primary job: to keep you alive. Not to make you successful. Not to make you happy. Just alive. That's why it constantly searches for danger, even when none exists. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack. Every fear, every regret, every unfinished thought adds another stone inside. Eventually, the weight becomes normal, until you forget life was never supposed to feel this heavy. Most people believe confidence comes first. It doesn't. Action creates confidence. Waiting creates doubt. The longer you wait, the bigger the obstacle becomes inside your imagination. Think back to something that once terrified you. Your first presentation. Your first interview. Your first difficult conversation. Today, it probably doesn't seem that scary anymore. Because courage grows through experience. People expect life-changing moments. But life usually changes. Quietly. One decision. One habit. One morning. One conversation. Tiny moments become extraordinary lives. Every morning, you cast a vote for the person you're becoming. Not with words. With actions. Your habits never lie. They reveal your future before it arrives. Read 10 pages. Walk for 20 minutes. Drink more water. Sleep 30 minutes earlier. Individually, these seem almost meaningless. Together, they quietly rewrite your life. Imagine trying to break a giant wall. One punch won't do it. Neither will two. But hundreds of strikes eventually change everything. Consistency is invisible until suddenly it isn't. Nature understands patience better than humans. Trees don't grow overnight. Mountains weren't built in a day. Yet we expect our lives to transform by next week. Real growth is beautifully slow. Your energy matters more than your time. Two people can have the exact same 24 hours. One changes their future. The other survives another day. The difference: energy management. Every unnecessary argument, every toxic relationship, every pointless distraction quietly steals energy you will never get back. Energy leaks destroy dreams. Imagine charging your phone only 5% every night. Eventually, it would stop being useful. Your body works exactly the same way. Rest isn't laziness. It's maintenance. Successful people protect their mornings. Because mornings shape momentum. Momentum shapes action. Action shapes identity. Identity shapes destiny. Everything begins with the first hour of your day. Here's something to remember. Life doesn't become extraordinary because of one massive breakthrough. It becomes extraordinary because ordinary days are repeated with extraordinary consistency. And in the next chapter, you'll discover why saying no might become the most powerful decision of your entire life. Imagine someone offered you $1 million, but there was one condition. Every time you accepted something unimportant, you would lose $10,000. Would you still say yes to everything? Probably not. Yet every single day, you spend something even more valuable than money: your time. Every yes is secretly a no. Say yes to unnecessary meetings, and you say no to your goals. Say yes to endless scrolling, and you say no to learning. Life is nothing more than a collection of choices. Highly successful people aren't successful because they do everything. They're successful because they ignore almost everything. Focus is not adding more. Focus is removing what doesn't matter. Think of a sculptor. They don't create beauty by adding more stone. They create beauty by removing everything unnecessary. Your life works exactly the same way. The happiest people don't own everything. They don't experience everything. They simply choose what deserves their attention. Simplicity creates freedom. Most people are waiting for confidence, waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect opportunity. But life never rewards people who wait forever. It rewards those who begin. Perfection doesn't exist. It never has. The first draft won't be perfect. The first workout won't be perfect. The first business won't be perfect. Progress always looks messy. Every expert was once completely inexperienced. Every champion was once invisible. Every successful person started before they felt ready. Imagine trying to learn swimming without ever touching water. Sounds impossible. Yet that's exactly how many people treat success. They want certainty before taking action. The greatest opportunities usually look like hard work. That's why most people walk right past them. Not because they're unlucky, because they're uncomfortable. Here's the biggest mistake people make. They chase results instead of identity. They ask, how do I become rich? Instead ask, what kind of person naturally creates wealth? Goals give direction. Identity creates consistency. Anyone can chase motivation. Only identity survives difficult days. Become the kind of person who never quits. Every action becomes easier when it matches who you believe you are. A healthy person exercises. A reader reads. A disciplined person acts. Identity always comes first. Your future isn't built once. It's built daily. Every small promise you keep to yourself strengthens your identity. Every broken promise weakens it. Remember this. You don't need a completely different life. You need different daily decisions. Because extraordinary lives are nothing more than ordinary choices repeated long enough. And in the next chapter, you'll discover the final principle that quietly separates peaceful people from everyone else. Have you ever wondered why some people stay calm, even when everything around them is falling apart? It's not because their lives are easier. It's because their minds are stronger. Peace is trained, not given. Most people waste enormous energy fighting reality. This shouldn't happen. This isn't fair. I wish things were different. But reality never changes because we argue with it. Acceptance isn't giving up. Acceptance simply means seeing reality exactly as it is. Only then can you decide your next move. Think of a sailor. He cannot control the wind. He cannot stop the waves, but he can always adjust his sails. Your life works exactly the same way. Every difficult moment contains two choices: complain or adapt. One steals your energy. The other builds your future. Imagine improving just 1% every single day. It sounds insignificant, but small improvements compound into extraordinary transformations. People overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 week, but underestimate what they can accomplish in 5 years. Patience creates miracles. The truth is, success is rarely dramatic. It looks ordinary. One workout, one page, one conversation, repeated again and again. You don't suddenly become confident, disciplined, focused, or successful. You become them, one decision at a time. The beautiful part is that anyone can begin today. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, not next year. Today is enough. Close your eyes. Imagine meeting yourself 10 years from now. Would that future version thank you for today's decisions, or wish you had started sooner? Every great story begins with a single choice. Not a perfect choice, just an honest one. The decision to move forward. Remember, life isn't becoming easier because obstacles disappear. Life becomes easier because you become wiser, stronger, calmer. So before you leave, ask yourself one simple question. What is the one small decision I can make today that my future self will thank me for? Because extraordinary lives never begin with extraordinary moments. They begin with one intentional step. If this video helped you see life differently, don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments which lesson changed your thinking the most. Your next chapter starts today.